What up? What up? What up? What's up, my people? Welcome back to another episode of the Freedom Train podcast series. I'm Joseph Ward. He is Patrick Irvin, and we do what we do, how we do, when we do. You heard me? Make sure that you all visit our website at www.freedomtrainradio.com. You can learn everything you need to know about us, about the Freedom Train Network, all of our podcasting and podcasters. Shout out to Shelby, Queen Candace, and the Shelby's World podcast. Shout out to Enigma Sept and the Enigma September podcast. Those podcasts are happening now. Go to the Enigma September YouTube channel. Go to the Shelby's World YouTube channel as well to support those two. Make sure this Freedom Train YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. The algorithm works best if you like this video. Other people can see it. Like the video, share, comment, and once again, subscribe to the channel. All right, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to our sponsors, PAX Inc. That's PACTSINC. PAX Inc. is a Black advocacy and Black think tank organization that puts in the time and the effort to create free resources for the Black community to be able to use, including survival information. All you got to do is access the website to get the information. www.pactsinc.org. Once again, that's www.pactsinc.org. You can have access to all that free information, historical information too. So go check it out. PAT.
What up?
What it look like?
I don't know.
Hey man, I know what's been happening. Black folk been wilding. I know that.
As usual.
I know black folk been acting real colored out of here.
They've been acting real marinated.
Real, yeah. all the marinated people out here looking real colored. Hey, that was funny. So we're talking about Tiffany Haddish and Areis Spears. And I've been watching a lot of videos and stuff over the last week or so to try to gather more information. We ain't want to just put a video out on this until we get more information. So I give a recap to kind of catch you up to speed if you've been living under a rock, and just in case you don't know all the details that I may know. So a couple weeks ago, Areis Spears was in an interview, and the person in the interview asked him that he liked Lizzo's music. And basically, Areis went on to say that Lizzo was built like a plate of mashed potatoes and built like the doodle emoji. And his life been falling apart ever since. Now, before we go forward, let me just say, women go on public platforms every day, often, and say disparaging things about men, body shaming men all the time, and nobody cares. Let's just be real. If somebody would have said that about Areis Spears just out of nowhere, now I'm not defending what he's saying. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. All I'm saying is, if somebody would have said that about Areis Spears or another out of shape dude, nobody would have cared. But because he said that about a woman, people cared. The body shaming thing, it's the double standard thing. So I'm calling that out. Now, on the other hand, Areis Spears didn't have no business saying that dumb shit because the dude didn't ask him shit about what Lizzo looked like. So he stuck his own motherfucking foot in his own motherfucking mouth, being a dumbass trying to shine. He should have shut the fuck up on that. Nobody asked him about what he think Lizzo looked like. And the dumbass went off to say, well, she looked like a plate of mashed potatoes. Well, guess what now, motherfucker? Guess what now? We found out some shit about you because you can't keep your goddamn mouth closed.
Yeah, matter of fact, the question was, did he like her music? Right?
Yeah. Dude asked him about her music.
And he just volunteered. She looked like he could have just stopped after he said, I didn't even know she made music.
Yeah.
That could have been it.
Yeah.
That's where I would have stopped. Oh, I didn't even know she made music. I have to check that out.
He opened Pandora's box. And now you got to live with it. And so let's say days or a week after that, we learn about a skit that Areis Spears and Tiffany Haddish did called The Mind of a Pedophile. So the attempt was to make an awareness video about pedophilia. But the way they went about making this video was straight bullshit. And I feel like people gonna give Tiffany Haddish a pass, but we not over here at the Freedom Train. We on her ass just as much we on Aries ass, but we got to start with him. So in the video, basically, not to get too graphic, too far, whatever, Areis Spears is he's eyeing a young kid down in his drawers. He's like the perverted uncle. He has eye sockets cut out in the newspaper, and he's basically eyeing a young 7-year-old, 5, 6, 7-year-old boy down as the little boy sits in his underwear. Now, Tiffany Haddish played in the skit. Tiffany Haddish played the mother bringing the son to be watched by the old freaky uncle. So Tiffany Haddish played a part in this. Matter of fact, the children that were in the skit were the little boy, and there's other things with his sister. But right now, from what we've seen, the little boy is the son of a lady who's supposed to be Tiffany Haddish's friend, or some lady who also wants to be an actress. And so Tiffany Haddish was in charge, or she was the guardian of the kids at that point, because they were in her care because the mother left them with Tiffany, or she had them. So Tiffany was responsible for everything that happened to those children on that set. And I think it's bullshit for her to say that she didn't know what was going to happen. So you didn't talk about what the fuck was going to happen before the film, and you didn't see the shit. You stop acting innocent, Tiffany Haddish. You're not innocent. You're not. I'm not gonna get to no bullshit with Aries more innocent, more guilty than both the motherfuckers. And every adult who was a part of making this happen, every adult need their ass whooped. All of them. So till the video comes out and everybody see what Tiffany Haddish and Areis Spears did. Tiffany Haddish puts out a statement saying that she regret being a part of them. She wish it would never happen. Areis Spears put out a statement. I can't remember exactly what the statement is, but now another video has surfaced of Areis Spears kissing the man in the mouth, because they digging up everything on Aries. But I was watching, I think it was an episode of Oprah back in the days, like late 90s, early 2000s. And the actor, I keep saying this, the actor Corey Feldman said pedophilia was Hollywood's #1 issue. And here it is again, rearing its ugly head within our community with Tiffany Haddish and Areis Spears. Wow.
Yeah, I have actually seen quite a bit of people giving Tiffany Haddish a pass.
She not getting a pass. Fuck that. No.
Because I've heard all kinds of excuses from she didn't know what was going on,
yes,
she apologized.
I don't give a how the hell do you apologize? What's the apology gonna do? What's the apology gonna do? You put this child in a situation where he wasn't safe. What the fuck is apologizing supposed to do?
It's supposed to give people that want to support her and don't really care about this a reason to continue to support her.
Well, you are garbage people then.
Well, yeah, I mean, we know that. I've even heard people say that this doesn't seem like something Tiffany Haddish would do. And it's like, have y'all not seen Tiffany Haddish stand up?
I've heard at least 2 comedians, Corey Holcomb being one of the ones, and I'm just like, Corey, I can't believe you're doing this. Even if I don't care that you've had great interactions with Tiffany Haddish, I don't care what you believe. What did you see?
I'm just like, I've seen 2 of Tiffany Haddish's stand-up routines, right? What I saw in the first few seconds that I skipped before I turned it off does not seem like it's outside of something that Tiffany Haddish would do. Her whole skit was raunchy, filthy, nasty. And I'm not saying this as an old person. I'm saying this as somebody who was watching a woman pretend to be a stereotypical ghetto hood black bitch.
I don't think it's beneath her. Because if it was beneath her, she wouldn't have been involved in it in any way, and those kids wouldn't have been involved in it. And I'm disappointed at everybody who's trying to give her a pass. Y'all tripping. Y'all don't really give a fuck about these kids.
Well, you see, that's where I'm at. Because I'm at it like this, right? We know people don't give a fuck about kids when it comes to celebrities. People don't give a fuck about regular people when it comes to celebrities. You still got motherfuckers that is hardcore supporting R. Kelly.
Yes,
So
women, black women, to protect black women too.
right. So when I hear like I already knew what was gonna be the moment I heard about it. All right, Areis Spears, what's left of his career is officially over. And I'm not saying
Hmm.
that to say Areis Spears is not well off and that Areis Spears might not ever have to work again. He
What?
might not ever have to work,
What?
but his ability to get new jobs and progress forward is gone.
Well, let's just be real. The only reason that is going to be what it is because people don't really find him that funny.
Well,
And
yeah,
people don't find him
absolutely.
attractive. Because let's just be real. We had evidence of R. Kelly peeing on a 16-year-old girl, and his career continued because people like this music. People don't like Areis Spears' content like that. That's why it's going to be the end of him. If people actually like Areis Spears like that, oh man, this
Yeah,
shit be all right. And that's the problem.
that's the truth of it.
This is not really coming down to whether or not adults are working to keep kids safe. This is based off emotions and feelings. Hey, do I like you or do I not like you? Because R. Kelly, like you said, R. Kelly is still being supported. R. Kelly is still being supported. Adults still supported R. Kelly after they watched him pee on a 16-year-old and made excuses. Now some of these same adults got smoked for Areis Spears. Stop being contradictory, people. You can't support one person who actually is a pedophile and then be mad at this dude for acting like a pedophile. Now, we don't, because of this with Areis Spears, now a lot of people might think you are a pedophile. I don't have any evidence to say you are not, but I do know this video don't look good, but I know I see the inconsistencies within our community.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to rationalize a couple different things because I think honestly, like you said, all of the adults in the situation need to be thrown away.
Somebody had
Um,
to edit the video.
right, there was an
Somebody had to,
editor, there
somebody
was a
had to film it.
filmer, somebody did the lighting.
Yep.
I maybe not. It was a number of years ago, so maybe it wasn't. But we know somebody edited it. We know somebody filmed it. We know that the mom left her kids alone with somebody that shouldn't have been with her kids without inquiring as to
Yep.
what her kids would be doing. Because I've
Yep.
told you before, I've had people try to use my kids for various endeavors, and I'm
Hmm.
all right. What's going on? Like that's not even if you my best friend. That's not like insulting or saying I don't trust you
No,
as a
you're supposed to
parent.
ask that.
Right, it's my responsibility to know what my kids are getting up to. So if your kids end up in that situation and you didn't do your very simple due diligence to figure out what that situation entailed, you're not error free either. You have just as much responsibility for what happened as the perpetrators.
Yeah, it's because the idea is if I wasn't, like you said, if I wasn't the actual perpetrator, then my hands are clean. That's not how it is. Tiffany Haddish, you don't get a pass for this. You don't get any reduced feelings, especially well, not for me or anybody who's smart, because just because you wasn't Areis Spears, I will give her more blame, and I would put more on her because the kids wouldn't have been there if it weren't for her. The kids were in her care. You were in charge of those kids and keeping those kids safe. You were. And
Mm-hmm.
you let this happen. Don't sit there and try to tell us what you didn't know. Those kids were in your care. You're supposed to know everything that's going on with those kids. You know what's going on in Hollywood, and you left them damn kids around these damn freaks. Hell, somebody left their damn children around you. That lady crazy as hell too. Who the hell leave their kids around Tiffany Haddish?
I don't know. And see, even with that, because to me, the Tiffany Haddish that we see in the media is an act. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I believe she's doing her best impersonation of a black chick. I don't know
You've
because
been
it
saying
just,
that for a while.
yeah, it doesn't come off as authentic. It doesn't come off as genuine.
It's too ghetto. And we both grew up in the hood. I was just in the projects earlier today. Even project chicks don't have to be on. They not on like that all the time. They're regular people.
So that's why I said when it comes to Tiffany Haddish being crazy, I don't know if she crazy or not. Because I feel like I don't like it's a lot of people you watch them and you feel like you're seeing who they really are. Tiffany Haddish ain't one of them people. And that might be why I don't find her that funny, is because
But not a lot
she
of people
doesn't
find her that
seem,
funny.
what her stand-up is definitely not. And I think that's the reason why she don't have a whole lot of stand-up
But
specials.
well, like Cat Williams said, from all the years of comedy that she had and all the stuff that she's put out, what's your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke?
I can't even tell you a Tiffany Haddish joke.
And we don't even have to need to say this about Areis Spears, because Areis Spears don't even have a favorite Areis Spears joke. So
I think Areis Spears really became well known after the whole, what was it, the comedy show thing, the Mad TV stuff.
Mad
I think
TV, yeah,
that's what it
Mad TV
was.
is where he got on and where he blew up. I mean,
But he
and
was doing like the impersonations and stuff.
yeah, he's good at doing impersonations.
But it wasn't that they was funny. They was
Right.
just good.
So the Corey Holcomb angle.
I didn't hear what Corey Holcomb had to say about it.
Well, I mean, Corey don't like Areis Spears. They've been beefing because remember Aries got in the fight with Zoe on the show, and so Corey don't like Areis Spears. So of course he gonna go win on Aries. I have no problem with that. But give Tiffany Haddish that same smoke. Give her that. I don't care that you don't. I don't care that you like her. She was there. She was a part of it. You got to give her the same smoke. Everybody, y'all got to give her the same smoke. There's no lesser smoke. There's no, well, I got a good relationship with her. No, because I got a good relationship with you, I'm going in on your ass because you know better.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, I do not coddle adults. I don't give a damn that you got a vagina. I do not coddle adults. I don't give a damn about your feelings. You shouldn't have done it. If you was worried about your feelings and being coddled, you shouldn't have done this dumb shit. You should have been a part of it. But your ass was, so fuck you.
Yeah, and this is, to me, this is different from, like, say when Kevin Hart used the term faggot in a tweet 10, 15 years ago. Like, you're talking about
the way people talk back then.
Yeah. Like, because that was the whole reason he had to give up his hosting thing for one of the Academy Awards.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is different though. Like, this is pedophilia on display. Like, one could almost say this is an attempt to normalize pedophilia.
Yeah. Yeah. And under the guise of we're gonna put this out as a warning, as pedophilia awareness. But there are a million ways you could have gone about making an awareness video. A million ways, but you decided to put a child in a pedophilia situation because there's one scene Areis Spears he's eyeing the little boy down through the eye socket holes in the newspaper. He's licking his tongue out like at the boy. There's one part they had the little boy on his back with his legs wide open. You got one part he's rubbing the little boy down with oil. He gets into the tub with the little boy. We're assuming either the little boy is naked or he got the drawers on the tub, but it don't matter. A grown man got into the tub with the little boy.
And this ain't a scenario where, it's a father figure getting in the tub with his child in non-sexual manners. The whole skit has been sexualized.
Right. And so there's other information out. So the main person, so there's the girl, the boy that was in the video, and his sister. His sister did other things with Tiffany Haddish. And from my understanding, Tiffany Haddish had her mimicking giving head. And there's some other things that Tiffany had that they claim, or allegedly they claim Tiffany Haddish had the young girl doing. And so the girl and the boy, but the girl is the one that's really heading up the lawsuit. So there's civil case, and now they're pursuing criminal charges against them. And they're basically trying to sue Tiffany Haddish and Areis Spears for the last 7 years. And from my understanding, Tiffany Haddish has been on pins and needles, hoping Areis Spears don't say nothing that get all this brought up. But damn it, he did. So Tiffany Haddish is not in the clear because there's still evidence and still information on her. Yeah, it's not in this video, but the young girl is saying that Tiffany Haddish had her mimicking giving head and all some other stuff.
Which sounds exactly like Tiffany Haddish to me. But even with what you just said, if Tiffany Haddish was aware that this was a thing and has been trying to keep it from getting out all these years, she should be vilified just for that. Why didn't you take steps to repair the situation?
Right. Because
they could have settled out of court.
According to the younger and information I heard about the younger, I'm not saying I heard this exactly from her, but around it is they've been fighting this for over 7 years, and not the mother of the children, the young girl, because they're grown now, so they fighting
Yeah,
for
the children
themselves
themselves.
and they
Yeah. So,
represent themselves.
but again, like, if you were really sad about the situation, and you can say all of these things, like, to me, taking responsibility would have been like, look, I made a series of really horrible decisions,
Right.
right? And I'm not making a pass for that. I'm just hoping to show that I'm different now, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to repair the damage I did. Be upfront about it. Now, you still going to catch flack, as you should. You made a series of dumb decisions, but
Yeah.
you can't sit back and say, because I've heard the apology of her, or I've read the apology of her saying
Yeah.
she was sorry, and then
Man,
on the
fuck
other
out of here.
end, you haven't done anything to
To repair
repair the
anything.
damage.
Right. That's why I'm going back to, don't nobody give a fuck about you saying you sorry. Look, us grown ass people's got to stop doing this bullshit. We're not children. We're not children. You can't just say I'm sorry and everything is better. You're like, well, I told you I'm sorry. No, man, you could have possibly really traumatized and damaged these children emotionally, psychologically, all these other ways. And I'm sorry doesn't fix that shit. Like if I haul off and break your jaw, just an example, if I haul off and break somebody's jaw, apologies don't fix that. Your ass got to go to the hospital. You got to get your jaw wired. You got to pay hospital bills. You might have to miss work. You're going to lose weight. There's a whole lot of stuff that's going to be affected by that. I'm sorry don't fix that. I'm sorry. All I'm sorry does is make me feel good about myself. It don't fix shit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be sorry, ho. Be careful. Be better. Cat Williams said it best. Don't be sorry. Be better.
Facts. On facts, on facts, on
What
facts.
are we doing here? What are we doing here?
We doing what we always do it. We fucking telling the kids to look in the mirror and sing the Michael Jackson song. All I have to say is that they don't really care about us.
Right. Let's stop pretending like we care about these kids. And then on the other end, because people like Tiffany Haddish more than they like Areis Spears, they want to give her a pass. No, she get the same smoke as Aries. Aries' ass need to be thrown in the dumpster, and her ass do too. And Aries built like a shit emoji too.
Yeah, well, that's the one thing I gave him credit for. After he said it, he did say, and I know I ain't, I know I got my health issues and my weight problems too. All right, cool. That's an acknowledgement that, you built the same way she built.
Right.
But it's still, to me, it didn't change the fact that it was an unnecessary comment. Like, you was trying too hard to be funny.
I mean, because the thing is, a lot of people agree with you. It's not a lot of people who disagree with you, but it just, why are you saying that?
Trying too hard to be funny.
But if you've been a comedian for too long to try to be funny, it's like when I'm with my pops and my little brothers, and my little brother trying to crack jokes. My pops like, hey, you're either funny or you're not. You can't try to be funny, because when you try to be funny, it's not funny.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're around some seasoned people who really funny, we're gonna fire your ass up.
Well, that's Areis Spears. I think he's made a career out of trying to be funny. And that's not to say he's not funny in some context, because
he's had some funny stuff. He's had some funny stuff.
But I think the Areis Spears we've had for the last 10 years or so has been trying to be funny.
Yes. And then because you got these, because in the impression lane, we don't even really, he does decent. He does pretty good impressions. But in the
mostly a
game,
Jay-Z.
Yeah, but now, I mean, like Godfrey killing the game.
Yeah, I mean, you got Godfrey, you got Jay Farrell, you got
the new young lady Jade, I think. Jade, I can't remember Jade something, but she does the Beyonce impressions on Instagram and stuff. She's fire. She can sing and all that stuff. She do fire impressions. So when it comes to impressions, Areis Spears not at the top of people's mind.
No, and that's why I said, to be honest, he never was. He just had a really, really good Jay-Z impression.
Yeah.
But you also, you had Afion Crockett, who came out with a better
Yeah,
Jay-Z
yeah, and
impression.
because with him it was also the DMX impression, but
Yeah, well, Afion Crockett can actually rap, and the dude actually has a lot of comedic talent, and he
yeah,
can impersonate damn near anybody.
yeah. I forgot I was watching some comedian who does impressions, and he was basically saying that when DMX heard his impression, he liked it, but DMX didn't like Areis Spears' impression of him.
No, Areis Spears had one good impression. That was Jay-Z. Because I know even when it comes to Afion Crockett, he has a fire-ass Lil Wayne impression.
Yeah. Afion Crockett does. He fire on impressions, man. It's a lot of good. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of good people who can do impressions now, and Areis Spears ain't at the top of people's mind.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, and hey, man, you got to watch what the fuck you say. Now, like that. Basically, what happened to Areis Spears is when keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah.
And guess what? Guess what, Tiffany Haddish? If you wouldn't have been a part of this skit and had them kids a part of this skit, you wouldn't have to worry about none of the backlash that come from this. But because you made that decision, here you go.
Or if you would address the fucking shit up front years ago, you wouldn't be dealing with it now, and you wouldn't have had to spend the last few years on pins and needles hoping Areis Spears don't say shit. Because you'd have been out in front of it.
Yep. It'll do a better job. Do a better job. Be better adults. Don't be sorry. Be careful. Be better. Be better. Like, and don't come in these comments and come back talking about you kids. Safety is important. Now you care about the kids and all this about the kids. Hey man, I don't want to hear none of that from no Tiffany Haddish, no Aries, no anybody who was involved in that, because it's too late for that. Because if you all cared about that, the skit wouldn't have existed, or you would have found a better way to convey your message, and you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
You're fucking adults. Act like it. Mm-hmm. You're creatives. You're more creative. Both of you put together. Like, we don't think y'all the funniest, but we know both of you put y'all minds together are more creative than that. Let's just be real. You're more creative than that.
Yeah.
But you about that bullshit. That's why you're in the situation you're in. So here you go. Major bed lie in it. Do better. Hey man, Freedom Train podcast series. Y'all know how we do. We're just giving our commentary on things that go on, and we appreciate everybody who liking and supporting. And we're gonna keep doing this thing, growing this thing, and slanging this thing. So yeah. Patrick Irvin, Joseph Ward, B.I. on game.